We've all been there. One minute you're scrolling, chilling, and the next it feels like you just got personally attacked by an avatar named Truth Sniper 69 who has 11 followers and a default profile picture. Maybe you were in the middle of actual dialogue. Maybe you weren't even talking to them. Maybe you just caught a stray. Either way, it hits. And the weird part is, it shouldn't. It's a stranger. It's pixels. It's someone who might be in their underwear eating cereal in bed with crumbs on their shirt. So why does it feel like you just got punched in the chest? Here's why. When you read the comment section, you're reading someone else's words, but in your voice. This is a thing that most people don't even realize, is that when you're reading the comments, you're not just reading it. You're reading it, but in your own internal monologue. Your internal narrator is the one saying these things inside your head. It's like you're thinking, but with someone else's thoughts. So even if it is coming from some random person that you have no idea who they are, what they look like, what they're about, inside your own mind, it's being processed as if it's your own thought. And that's kind of disgusting. It's like someone broke into your house, sat on your couch, and started talking reckless with your mouth. So yeah, it stings, but your brain doesn't process it as just a random person on the internet saying something. It thinks more about it as, I'm having a thought within me, and this thought is kind of hostile. If you read I disagree, what your brain flags it as is, you're dumb, you're cringe, you're a bad person, you don't know what you're talking about, you're copying, you're fake. You hear someone say that they don't agree with you, and your brain flags it as you're being rejected by the tribe. It's old wiring. Your body reacts as if your group, your collective company, has just turned against you, has just rejected you, has just exiled you. Even though you're sitting safe on your couch just scrolling on your phone, your brain interprets it completely different. The brain doesn't care. The comment section is basically tone roulette. In person, we have this ability to discern what someone is saying based off of the way they're saying it and how they present the information with their facial features and body language. Online, all of that's gone. It's just text. So your brain naturally tries to compensate by filling in the tone, filling in the understanding that it's lacking because it's absent from online interaction. And guess which one it normally gravitates towards? If you pick the worst one, you're right. Your mind essentially goes, well, I don't really know what they meant by that, so I'm just going to assume the absolute worst and most disrespectful thing. So the same sentence that you're reading could be completely neutral, but your brain adds this kind of tone that says, yeah, you idiot. Now you're mad, you're spiraling, you're in the shower, replaying a conversation, arguing with ghosts. And let's be honest though, the comments in the comment section that usually hurt the worst are usually the ones we're already worried about to begin with. It's like some things you could just let slide off you because they're nonsense. If someone accuses you of being like a lizard person who's secretly part of some grand cabal conspiracy, you could be like, yeah, okay, bro, whatever. But if someone touches on something that's the edge of insecurity for you, now we have a problem. It's not just an insult anymore. It's not just a benign statement. Now it's tapping into a real pain that you actually hold within you. It's a pressure point that you already know you have, but you don't want it to be exposed to anyone else. Sometimes it's a belief that you're attached to. Sometimes it's a fear that you have. And sometimes it's a truth that you're just not ready to admit. And that's why it doesn't just annoy you. It's not something you could just shrug off. It legitimately hurts. One nasty comment weighs way more than 100 good ones. And this part is annoying, but it's real. You could have 100 people in your comments saying like, hey, this is great, this is insightful, I really appreciated this, I needed this, excellent job, and your brain will go, nice. But then there's one comment that's like, this is trash, do better, you suck, and now all of a sudden life feels like it's over. And it's not because you're being dramatic, it's because negativity has priority access to you. Your brain has a VIP entrance for threats. They cut the line. The compliments, they have to wait. So what do you do with this? I'm not going to tell you, hey, just ignore it, because that's like saying, hey, just don't feel pain. Thanks, Socrates. Here's the real move. Stop letting strangers borrow your inner voice. Because that's what's happening. You're letting strangers from the internet hop into your head with a bullhorn, and you're letting them narrate your inner monologue. Have you seen the internet? Those people talk fucking reckless. So you got to start treating the comment section not like it's a conversation, but like it's an environment itself. You don't have to breathe every environment in. You don't walk into a room filled with smoke and be like, "Oh, well, I guess I'll just inhale a couple times to be open-minded." No, that's nonsense. You leave, you put on a respirator, or you control your exposure to the environment. Because your mind is a house, and anybody who walks by shouldn't just get a key to come inside. If you want a quick micro challenge, here it is. The next time a comment hits you, and in the gut, in the chest, wherever, don't argue with it, don't type a paragraph, don't spiral. Just do this. Read it again, but in the most humorous way you possibly can. Like a cartoon character, a medieval peasant, or a pirate. Because it breaks the spell. It disenchants your mind from reading it in your own voice. Because now you're using some made-up voice for some made-up person that your mind is trying to fill in the blanks to try and understand who this person is, what their story is. Absent all that information, it just uses your internal monologue to go with the flow. And once it's not in your voice anymore, it loses all its power. Except for those insecure edges that might still hurt a little bit, but you can always work on those. So if you've ever felt that sting, it's not because you're weak, it's not because you're dramatic, it's because you're human. We all experience it at some point. So protect your mind like it matters, because it truly does. Until next time, always stay up to no good.